you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, so his original email was to change the down payment to 30%, remove impounds, and then exclude payments, right? So in section F, let me see, let me download this. So section F.
Also, upon checking that the appraisal, the underwriting fee is actually when 1385, I guess, or 95.
Yeah, so remember how I said our standard is $14.95, but depending on the lender, it changes. It can be more, it can be less. So when we create it in our point file, we're going to put it as $14.95. But when the settlement, the initial disclosure from the actual lender, it can be different. So section F right here, he wanted to omit this first payment, the homeowner's insurance. For purchase, unless it's paid up front, we have to keep it. The prepaid interest, there's no way to remove it either, so it has to stay as well. So depending whether if this was paid up front, then we are able to omit it because it was a POC fee and not a PTC fee. That makes sense? Section G is going to be, since he removed impounds, this section should be zeroed out, and the way to do it would be to unclick the escrow buttons. If we scroll down to this,
I didn't click the section
right here. Right here, if we unclick these buttons, or it would show removed, and it would be zeroed out. The section H here, property taxes, homeowners, title owner's insurance, and the HOA master. So this one, because this is one of the fees that I had mentioned that once it comes November, February, we have to collect the property taxes. So that one, as long as it's not show that the borrower has to pay, then we can remove it. So we would have to match this with the settlement statement. This HOA master advanced due also, depending whether the borrower is the one responsible for it, whether it's showing on this master settlement statement. This owner's title, like I said, is optional. So that one, for the most part, is paid by the seller. But if it was paid by the borrower, they do have an option to not have this fee included. The transaction fee or selling agent, that one is not, you're not able to omit it because that's a fee that they collect. There's a transaction coordinator, so that's a fee that needs to be maintained. So I think that's what
I see. So that is a missing fee.
I think that's what she was referring to. So the insurance is missing. Again, this part, it has to be paid upfront, especially on a purchase. If it's a refi, it can be omitted. And for this section, it's this transaction fee here. For the most part, I would say has to be included. These other two fees, depending on the master settlement statement. So do we have?
So regardless whether the LO instructed me to exclude it, but we have still to check the master.
Yeah, we can't just remove them. So right here, it's included. The borrower has to pay for it.
Okay.
This.
So if that's the case, I have to confirm it first to you and also to Gia, right? Before removing all.
So before you remove the fees, you want to confirm, but you also want to check the settlement statement.
Okay. So if there's a fee there, then I have to confirm it from you and also from Gia.
Yeah.
So the missing there is the insurance and also the last part from section H, which is the transaction fee.
Yeah.
I understand now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any other questions?
Yeah. Aside from that, Gia mentioned they regard to separate the borrower too, because
you got a little cut off. Can you repeat your question one more time?
I'm sorry.
You got cut off. Can you repeat your question one more time?
Gia mentioned yesterday that about how to separate the borrower too if there are two borrowers, because I got confused about the borrowers. I actually put it in the call borrower section, so I guess it's wrong. I just wanted to ask how can we put all the information to borrower if there is also a borrower.
What file?
The file is Paulo Martinez.
Okay. Can you exit out of the file? Joannah?
Sorry. Can you access it now?
Still showing the on it. Let's see. You exit out completely?
Yeah.
There we go. So when they're borrowers, when there's more than one borrower and they're married, then this is how you would complete it. So it'd be husband and wife, or the girl is first wife and husband. But in this case, it's mom and daughter and son. They're not married. So Maria Esther's file has to go in a separate. So you would go to borrower, and then you would add it here to co-borrower, and it would bring a complete new section. So it'd be co-borrower 1. Okay. So in this case, we're going to swap, and then we're going to swap. Let's see. Swap co-borrower. No. Let me see. So we're going to use this one. Swap married borrower, so this one, and co-borrower. Oh, wait, no. Let's see. Go back. Okay. I'm not sure why. So let's just input it manually. So we. 무슨 말씀인지 알겠어요. 네네. 네, 왜냐면 그 안에서 수정을 하게 되면 이 전체를 바꿔니까 봤을 때 하나를 따로 빼놓고 거기서 Okay. So now we would just, so when you rename the files, right, for this file?
Yeah.
Okay, so you should have noticed that there was two credit reports, right? So one for Paolo, one for Esther. So when there's two separate credit reports, that means you have to create a complete new one. If there's three credit reports, we're going to do another co-borrower. Okay, so in this case, we're just going to go ahead and we're going to reissue the credit report. So this is how you're going to import the credit report to the file. So we're going to get the file number. You're going to first be on page 2 of 3. You're going to scroll down to request credit. You're going to click reissue existing credit report, and then we're going to input the file number.
Yeah, and I guess we have to log in with credit report.
Yes, your
website.
credit logins, correct. Yeah, for your KCB login, you put in your info, and then it's going to connect it. Once it loads, it's going to take a couple minutes. You're going to ignore zero balance, and then you're going to populate. You can close this. So this file only has 2, so we're going to go back to borrow information, and then we're going to put the minimum number. So between these 3, 813 is the middle number. Now we're going to go back to Paolo. Just make sure his credit report was merged properly.
Yeah, and I saw earlier that Peter provided a VPN wherein we don't need to get the authentication code once every time that we sign in or log in with.
Yeah, did you see how an error just came up right now?
Yeah.
That's because our borrower right here, co-applicant, there's no co-applicant, it's blank. And on our information, we have Maria's information. So we have to delete the married. So we're going to click this delete married co-borrower, and it's going to delete this right here. It's only going to leave Paolo.
Okay.
Now we're going to go back, request credit, make sure this is Paolo's. Again, reissue, we're going to put in submit. Again, once you do it once, your user and password should be there automatically. You save your password. When it's time to change your password, you're going to have to input your password again. But once it's saved, it's usually there. You don't have to be input every single time. Again, ignore zero balance. Again, here we're going to put the middle number, which is going to be 809. Okay. Any questions so far?
Yeah, another question. Yeah, I'm sorry for asking so many questions. Last question is how can we order the verification of employment via website, specifically if it's from the I guess the work number.
I have one to order right now, so I'll show you how to do that.
Okay.
So before we go into that, I kind of just want to reiterate on Gia's email regarding the point file. When we're creating these point files, and we're adding this proposed section right here, this first mortgage, it's going to be automatically calculated. So we don't have to change this. That's going to be based off of our loan amount and the rate and the term. So if this was for 36, it's going to be for 30 years. So if you do 30 years times 12 for the month, you get 36. So if it was a 20-year loan, you would just do 20 times 12, and you would put this as 240. Okay. And now you see how this changed. It used to be 3,700.
Yeah.
Okay. That's going to change depending on whatever you input here. If you change the loan amount, it's going to change. If you change the rate, it's going to change.
Yeah.
But there's no way for you to manually change this. You can click on it and change it, but it's not going to save properly. Okay.
Okay.
Now, homeowners insurance. If it's locked right now, but it should be locked. This should be grayed out, but this should be able to click on it. Homeowners insurance. If it's for a single family home, you're going to do the rate right here, 0.35. And this is going to be based off of the loan amount. See how it changes? Versus, so this is a single family home. Well, we're trying to do a single family home. So it should be 0.35. If it was a condominium, condo or a PUD, then it's going to be 0.25. And again, it's going to be based on the loan amount.
Yeah.
Okay. So we always want to check what the attachment type is before we update this. If we're unsure, always go with 0.35 because it's higher.
Okay.
Okay. Now the county property taxes. That again, this should be grayed out. This should be locked out. So this should be grayed out. We aren't able to change it. We're able to change the rate and select this. So it's always going to be for California properties. We're going to put 1.25% or 1.25 of the appraisal value. So not the loan amount. See how this is different now? If you do loan amount, which is a lower value, this becomes lower. But if you do the high value, the appraisal value, the monthly is higher.
Yeah.
Okay. Any questions?
Yeah, I saw the other obligations there. Yeah, other obligations. Once the borrower already have the 1003, right? I don't know where can we see the other obligations?
So this right here is your credit report. So whatever we uploaded on we reissued the credit report. So you see this is a Nation Star. It's this one. Monthly payment is 3,320.
So it will automatically populate there.
Yes. Once we input the credit report, it's going to automatically input this.
Okay.
So he only has 2, which is his first 2. The rest are zero balance. So that's why we can't see them.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, any questions?
Yeah. My last question is ordering the VOE from website.
Okay. So, but you don't have any other questions regarding this point file?
Yeah, no question.
What about importing your credit report? Have you imported credits before?
Yeah. I think one time Hello.
I'm here. Yeah.
Yeah. I think one time, but I have to wait for Peter to provide the authentication code. I tried
okay. And then let me see. Okay. So now I'm gonna show you how to order the VOE for the work number. So we're actually gonna go to KCB. You're gonna log in, and then there's 2 ways. You can find the file that you're gonna run it for. So in this case, I'm gonna order for David Big. Oh wait, hold on. Never mind. Okay. Actually, we don't have the credit report. So if you find the file, wait, wrong one. And then so this is the file. If you go here, request VOE, and then you select the file. So in this case, we're gonna select our provider here, and it's gonna be this one. If we do Experian Verify, that's a different third party that we also use. You just click this one right here. Okay. So for the work number, you just have to put the reference number, which I always input the loan amount, the loan number for the file. So you know where to find the loan number, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So it already has the borrower's information in. You just have to upload their bar authorization. So in this case, right here, this one, you open it and it uploads it. You click this mortgage BOI, and then we're going to click this employment plus income. This pay by credit card should already be clicked off, and then you just click the order button, and then you just input the borrower's credit card information. We do need to pay for it upfront. And this is how you would order it for the income. So the grant verification. If we're ordering for a verbal verification, you would just put the employment. But the same thing, you would just add the loan number, mortgage BOE, employment, pay by credit card, order. Okay.
So there is a fee that we need to.
There is a fee, yes. So for the work number, the fee is, I believe it is 65. 65. You would just, once you pay for it, you print out the invoice, this confirmation. This is what the verification looks like for the work number. It's gonna have KC because that's where we pulled it from, but it's gonna be the work number right here. It's gonna show the employment name, employer's name, and then the type of verification. It has the employer's information, address, the borrower's information. Specifically, what we're looking for is that the employment status was active. Their most recent start date is more than 2 years, and if it's income. So this is the verification of employment for the income. If there's overtime or bonuses or other income or even commission, we want to see that it's being reported in all 3 years. So this one wasn't reported 2 years ago. So we are not able to use this bonus income. Does that make sense?
Yeah. What I'm going to do later is I'm gonna order the WVOE by website. Then I have to use the KCB right now, right? So I have to click the employment plus income, right? Because we need the.
Do you have one that you need to pull?
I'm sorry.
Do you have a verification that you need to do?
Yes.
For what
Via,
power?
I actually requested via email because according to GIA, I have to request for WVOE from the previous and current employers of Paulo Martinez and Esther Alcantara.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I have sent the first email earlier, and then today I'm gonna also send another email from the previous employer, and also I have to order the WVOE via website under Paulo Martinez.
Paulo Martinez, which employer? Is that his current employer or his previous
Yes,
employer?
the current employer.
So this one?
Concentra Health Services.
And that's through the work number?
Yes, I actually called the number, and then they provided me the work number, also the code number. They also provided me that one, also the website. So yeah, that's why I'm asking.
Do we have credit card information to pay for it?
Where can I get the credit card information?
So if we don't have it with the information with the docs that from the initial docs from the loan officer, then you need to send an email to Maria, letting her know that for Paulo to order the verification of employment, it's through the work number, and we need credit card information to pay for it. If they ask for the fee, let them know that it can be anywhere between $65 to $70.
Okay. Yeah.
And then so once you have the credit card information, let me know and we can order it together. Like we'll have a Zoom meeting, and I'll order it so that way you can see how it's done. So because the way I just explained it, I don't have the card information, so I can't order it.
Yeah. Actually, Maria only provided the phone number of the previous employer, which is the Carbon Health Medical Group, and I actually called them earlier, and they also provided the email address, so that's why I sent the email request earlier. Okay.
Yeah. So the ones that we're able to request via email or fax, that's just go ahead and order it, because those are, I would say, 99.9% not going to charge. But if it's through a third party, like the work number or Experian Verify, or, there's a fee. So before we order those third party verifications, we need to confirm with the LO.
Yeah,
we're ready to proceed.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
So send an email to Maria, letting her know that for Concentra Health Services or Paulo's current employer, we need to go to the work number and we need a credit card information to pay for it. Are you sure she didn't provide his credit card information previously?
Upon checking that she only provided the number, the contact number.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Send her an email. And once you have the credit card information to pay for it, let me know, and then we'll do another quick training just to order that. Okay.
Okay.
Any other questions?
None so far.